he forgot to put the ring on. And we were just like hugging and kissing, and I was like, "Can I put the ring on?" I definitely think like when you have a man who wants to be a husband and wants to protect and provide for you, it brings out the feminine energy. So I honestly think that every woman has it, but it takes a certain type of man
to bring it out.
100%.
She showed me like true femininity and like what it actually looks like, but also what it is to take care of it too. And like, I don't think we as men really be understanding that.
Yay! And we're live. Welcome back to the Unsingle podcast. I'm Shan.
I'm Jamal.
And we are so excited because this is the month of February. So for the month of February, we have decided to feature loving couples for the whole month of love.
Yeah.
And so this week,
because we know how much y'all are in love.
We know y'all are in love.
Look.
And this week we have the one and only dynamic FUNarios team. We have Lonnie Smith and Blaire Nigel.
Hey.
Welcome to the podcast, you guys.
Hey guys.
I'm so excited to have
How y'all
you.
feeling? Hey,
Thanks
before we get started, Jamal, don't start no ish.
I was already thinking of something.
Don't start no ish.
Don't start nothing,
I'm
won't
like the
be
king.
nothing.
I'm
Don't
the
start
king of
it.
just like starting rumors between Lonnie and Blaire.
No, this is all positive. No,
I
no
gotta start
rumors.
off by saying that.
Shane said she don't have time.
I don't.
my
For
Lord.
no
I had
more
a good one, but
backlash, okay.
I'm gonna refrain from saying it.
Thank you.
See, I know my boy. Yeah.
Good
I
disclaimer.
was just literally right before you said it. I was about to be like, I heard y'all was. I was
See,
like,
that's why.
Yeah.
That's why. Thank you for the disclaimer, Lonnie.
Also, make sure y'all get y'all a supplement bottle, black on brand.
Okay, where are you plugging?
What's that you said? What's a supplement bottle? Oh man,
is that you said?
it's an insulated water bottle. Keeps your drinks cold for 24 hours and keeps them hot for 12.
Tell me
Make
right
sure
now,
you
how
get
long has he
yours.
been practicing that?
Hey.
Child.
How long has he been practicing that pitch?
Supplement, what's up? You know what I'm
Like
saying?
6 months.
For this exact
Keep it on.
moment.
Keep it on me. All right, back to y'all. My
Back
bad.
to the podcast.
what is the first question?
I don't know the first question.
You
I just
have
was talking.
your notes.
I know. I mean, I have notes of what to keep on track, but like, okay, let's start with how did you guys meet? That's all.
Yes.
We love a meet cute. How did that happen? How did that
How
go
did y'all
down?
meet?
Who wants to tell the story? Or there's probably two different versions.
There's always
of
two
the story.
different versions. So let's Blaire. How did y'all meet? We'll go with your version first.
He hit me up in my DM.
Ooh, slid in the DM.
He hit me up in my DM and he was like, "Hey, let's shoot." And I was like, "Okay." But then he was in Atlanta, so I was like, "Oh yeah, probably not
'cause
gonna
you were in
happen."
LA.
Yeah, I was in LA at the time, and yeah, I was like, "Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen because he's in Atlanta." And he was just like, "Nah, I'm gonna fly you out," and he flew me out.
Yeah.
And
Were you like already interested, or was it just like work?
Yeah, was he on your radar at all?
no.
Okay.
He could have been a serial killer for all I knew.
She said, "Yep."
I was
bring
just
me to
like,
Atlanta.
he has over 100K, so I'm sure he's real.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay. And I remember, I will never forget, like I was with my ex at the time, and we were like going through things like close to like the breaking up period.
the breaking up.
And I will never forget, we were in the car, like driving to get some food, and me and Lonnie had this meeting like on the phone. And the first thing he said to me is, "You know I got a crush on you, right?" And so I'm in the car with this man, and I'm like, "You crazy."
That's so funny.
And
Lonnie did not care.
he did not care. And as soon as I got off the phone with Lonnie, he was like, "You need to behave yourself when you're in Atlanta."
It's not a strong start.
Okay.
It's like, we will not be behaving.
And yeah,
So
the rest is history.
okay. So your
One
perspective.
husband later.
Yeah, right. I mean, hey, you got, you're damn near married. About to
So-
be married. They're engaged now.
From your perspective, how did y'all meet?
It's only funny to be able to talk about this because it's with you.
I know. It's almost like you have to act like you haven't discussed
So
this
much
already.
like
Yeah.
there's so much in it. So I don't know if you remember the first time I had ever seen a video with her. And I had asked you, I was like, "Yo, who that dude that or who old girl that Buddy be shooting with?"
Yeah.
And you was like, you had thought for a second, and you was like, "Who you talking about?" I was like, "Oh, girl, light skin joint." You was like, oh, you talking about, and you had said her name, and I was like, oh, I bet. Like literally, I was just like, bet.
How you spell?
And it was so funny because I just remembered a certain scene that I had seen her. It was literally like 3 to 4 seconds, and it was just like panning her, and I was like, and you, man, we had conversations about everything under social media, so it's like.
And Jamal knows all the creators.
Yeah, I was always the guy who was looking at creators, so I knew.
So she was the only one that I was like, I had like pressed him about, or
Yeah.
It's like, okay, bet. And then,
Period.
Yeah. I remember.
You do?
I remember when Blaire even came and we hung out. And
when she came to Atlanta?
I remember every little second she like was away from us. Me and Lonnie, I was like. He like.
Y'all were so
it was
annoying.
so funny because when I came out here, me and Lonnie, I guess it's technically like our first date, but we went to Ponce City Market and we got burgers, but there used to be this flower shop. And where you got to like build your own bouquet. So he took me there and like, well, he didn't take me. I was just like, oh my God, like flowers.
Yeah.
And so he was like, yeah, go ahead and build your own like bouquet. And it was like so cute and so sweet. And as soon as we seen Jamal was like, who got you them flowers? I was like,
Can never be demure about nothing.
Nothing. So, but that's actually where he proposed.
I know. I just want to say, I want to hear the engagement story because we love a cute engagement story.
Well,
how did we know? Well, I want
to.
to. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. That's just me. I'm just really excited about the
You
engagement.
a little bit more me.
And it's funny because I already know the engagement story, but I'm just like, it's so good. It's so
We gotta
cute.
get more before you go to the engagement story.
Okay. All right.
Bring it up some more.
Well, you came to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And started filming.
Mm-hmm.
What, like, I don't need to get to, like you said, the rest is history, but I'm curious, like, now as you guys, because how long have you been together now?
It's 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys literally, like your content, you build your content together now.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, because obviously we work together too, so I'm curious, do you feel like working together and like being in a relationship, did that come naturally, or do you feel like it was like an intentional shift?
Yeah.
I think for me, it came naturally. I feel like because when I was in LA, I was trying to, first of all, having your own production is a lot. So I was trying to like have my own production in LA, and it was just so expensive. It was like just really hard to like start a YouTube channel, pay $250 per video, then be editing all the time. It was
Too much.
And like I said, I was like going through a breakup. It was like a lot. And so when I came to Atlanta, being able to like write and like get my ideas produced and not sitting in meetings with people who like just did not care. Like they're like, girl, you cute, just get in front of the camera and like wear something tight. Like instead of that, it was like the first project that me and Lonnie did, we were on a date and he was like, it would be funny if like 2 people got drunk and then got married. And I was in the mode of like trying to impress him. So I like went home and I wrote fucking married.
Married, that's how that started.
Yeah. And so that was like the first project that we did together. And he was trying to press me a little bit like, whatever you want, you can have. And so
that's what
so whatever I wrote in fucking Married, he made sure I got exactly what I wanted. It was exactly my vision, and and
y'all just kind of kept going from there. So it pretty much was like a natural progression because you guys were already, I guess, in the like both doing it separately in the film. So like when you guys got together, it kind of was like, well, duh. We
it was like a
forces.
perfect. It was like didn't make sense to do it separately.
Yeah.
At that point, so.
Do you feel like you liked it though? Like, because I feel like not coming from the content creator world, I feel like it's hard to like, I feel like our whole, like the relationship and the content kind of just blurb into one thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, sometimes I do want that separation. Like, do you guys feel like that happens to you where it is just one blurb, or do you like...
Ain't no separation.
What you mean?
Ain't no separation.
I'm tired. Like, do we have to always be doing content?
Oh, yeah.
I know y'all be doing
No.
y'all be doing like date nights and stuff. Like
Yeah, so
like moments.
we do date nights, and then like I think dinner is one of our big things. And so like when I'll cook, and then he'll be working while I'm cooking. But then when we come together, that's kind of like our time. And then we also, me and Lonnie do have like a lot of rot sessions together, like where we'll just like watch TV or like other stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
where
it's
you're just
not,
chilling. Like, it's not always.
like it's not all the time, but because this is our passion, it just bleeds in, but it's fine. Like so we could be sitting watching a movie, and it's just like, oh, what about this idea? This would be fire. And we'll talk for like hours. Just, like a movie will be on, but we'll be like talking for like hours. We'll beat out the movie and everything else. So so content ideas and all of that stuff comes
like naturally.
Yeah,
it always
naturally
just kind of
within that.
flows
Yeah.
in and out. That makes sense, because I feel I don't know. I know that like with us, we have to like, I've had to create like rules around like when the content starts and stops. Because like I feel like if I don't, it's just like always content all the time.
Yeah.
It's just like, I guess maybe it's not my passion. Maybe that's
start
what
calling Lonnie more so I can talk.
Yeah,
to
that was one of our boundaries. I was like, okay, listen, I love you. Love these ideas. These are great ideas. This is great. I love everything happening. But Lonnie really likes talking about this stuff too. So maybe like maybe you can bounce these ideas off of him.
That's funny. Oh my
Because I'll be
gosh.
tired. But I mean, that's just our thing too. It just depends on like what works for like.
And I just think it's like we think in content, which is just like, it's different for somebody who's like, I feel like you were like thrust into this world like very rapidly, and like really, you were like going down the slide and you was like, whoa!
Literally, I was like, oh shit, I didn't know it was a slide.
Yeah, exactly. You just kind of like fell down the hill. But yeah, we talk in content, so it's like something funny will happen, like, oh my god, that's like a hilarious video idea.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm just now getting to that point where it's like things will happen. I'm like, oh, that's a skit. Like I'm starting to like think that way more, which I feel like is interesting. I feel like people have like preconceived notions, is that the word, about like content creator couples, and just like I don't know what they think. Like, what do you think is like the biggest like thing? I feel like they feel like we're like just a whole different species, and I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like
in a sense that we don't live normal lives. I kind of I understand it, because like we was just in Japan for 10 days, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah.
So it's like other people are like, but also the concept of making money from just doing
like
this. We're literally just here, just talking amongst friends here.
Yeah.
So it's like, I kind of get it from that aspect of how they just don't understand how it's possible and all that other stuff, but
yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like people think like because we, like whether it's us like sharing our lives on like social media or some of it anyway, like they have this like idea that we, not even perfection, but just, I don't know, I feel like they just create an image of you in your head, of what we are in our head. I'm like, we're literally just regular people, aside from being able to take such luxuries as 10-day trips to Japan and being able to, like, yes, I understand those great benefits, but I'm just like, we're still regular people too. I feel like me and Jamal, though, we share probably a little like more of our personal lives, I guess, on social media than you guys do. Is that like an intentional choice, or is it just kind of happened that way?
Yeah, like I think me and Lonnie, like, or I don't know. Do you want to answer this?
Yeah, I mean, I always just never believed that like you have to like define your art to like a relationship. And not saying that there's anything wrong with using a relationship to do that. I just never wanted it to be my center point, just because of just how serious I am about like love, marriage, you know, things of that. Like, I think that covenant has to be way deeper than anything. So it can't be that, but also I've seen the tear down of it. You know what I'm saying? I have seen nothing positive. Like, I can't name y'all one positive relationship I've seen like that we've given to social media, and they've like uplifted it. You know what I'm saying?
Like making
so
it better, Like you just feel it's like more of a protection thing then.
But then it's like, then you kind of get into like, all right, so am I seeking validation? So then you get into that, and you're like, no. So I just never really got into it. But just also like, if this my person, the thing that I love, like, nigga, I'm gonna fight like hell to protect it. And whether I always told Blaire, I was like, they may never see you again, ever.
You're with me
And
now.
I don't feel bad about it. Like, I want her to be this mythical creature that, like, they like, oh, like, did you see Blaire? Like, did you see her? No, but did you see her though? Like,
but did you?
Like she was just here. Like,
You just see the wind like behind her.
Just like a mix.
That's just like that, but that's just like the dopeness of my wife. You know what I'm saying? That's the love of my life. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just look at it all a little differently.
Do you feel like at all it's hard to balance content and the relationship? Because also y'all are like business partners. So like, I mean, with me and Shan, sometimes it's hard to differentiate when it's time to spend time together and then it's time to like focus on business. Granted, like I understand y'all like date and stuff and separate that, but like, is there ever a mode or like this is my person and I want to talk business, but like I need to be dating you and courting you and you know all of those things?
Nah, because I feel like we enjoy talking about it.
Okay.
We're trying to get to a point where I'm trying to get to a point where like all of our content is written for the year. So like October through December, we can like just kind of enjoy time. And like we're trying to figure out how to scale the business so that we can do even more luxurious things and like, yeah, like that's all. The only time it gets tiring is like going into like from a film day to like then being a fiance or girlfriend,
Right.
because that is a lot. Like I think a lot of the times y'all, well, yeah, I mean y'all edit and stuff, but there are times where y'all can like kind of decompress on the game.
Yeah.
And it's like unless we're eating at 11 o'clock at night, like it's usually like you got to get right up as a woman and go and like cook and be this partner now.
Yeah.
And it's like, I understand that that's a rough thing for sure, but then I also gotta like remember to give her grace on her turns. So like there may be a time where like she just wants to sit on the couch and do nothing, and I'm just like cleaning the house or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just like. Also, I know like she has put in her work. You know what I'm saying? And kind of like understanding your partner and just like knowing that like not all the times, like not every time I show up does she have to show up
as well.
Like I appreciate it for sure.
Yeah.
However, but like I understand there's been multiple times where like I didn't want to show up and she showed up and like carried us to the finish line. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just knowing your partner and being able to accept that in one another.
Yeah, I feel like that's so important because I know you and I have talked about that too. Like just feeling like those days when it's like, okay, we spend the whole day prepping for filming, getting ourselves ready, then you film the whole thing.
Then you gotta like carry the whole set because most of the set is girls, so it's like now we gotta be like friendly.
Yeah, that too. Like having that, putting that energy on when you don't feel like it, but you still have to like be put on. And then like once everybody's gone, like you're still like
it
you said,
doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop, and then you have to switch to like wifey mode.
Yeah.
Now I'm like trying to straighten up after everybody's left. I'm trying to cook and like, did I figure out what to do? Did I grocery shop? Like it's like
it's a lot.
Yeah, but I think that is important, like what Lonnie was saying as far as like, and I commend you for doing this too, like as far as like you don't have this super expectation where it's like when we're done filming, like everything else is done. Like you understand like kind of whenever on my time, like whenever I feel like getting around to it.
Yeah.
Then you let me like.
Yeah, I'll just be like, Shan will try to cook, and it's obvious that like it's too late to start cooking. It'd be like 11 o'clock at night. And she'd be trying. I'd be like, bro, why are you? Like I said,
I need that. I need that.
But I will say that there are times, like especially when we have a heavy shoot week, where like Lonnie is like, okay, like we can eat out or whatever, which is cool. He does prefer to eat at home.
No, sometimes it just ain't.
But sometimes it just don't be in the plan. So and that's okay.
You know, that's when communication comes in, and you know, it's like kind of like, all right, like is this an easy meal? Is this a hard meal to make? Also, like, do we got everything? Do we got stuff in store? Is it just better? You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a whole thing.
So essentially, do y'all feel like y'all have established roles in your relationship, or do y'all feel like y'all both take on both roles?
Cooking for sure. Cooking is my role. Like I'm gonna cook every time. I guess, and it's weird because it still blends together. But like, even with like content, I don't edit. I guess I do kind of edit now. Like music, I do like music supervision and stuff like that. But like he's cutting those episodes, laying those episodes, like doing all of that stuff. So it's like, it's just a consistent thing of like keeping it rolling. But like cleaning and stuff like that, like we do that together. Lonnie, like he likes cleaning the shower, so he does that. Like,
Have a blast.
He has this like tool he got from Amazon, and he loves that.
Wait, is it the squidgy thing? Is it the
that mechanical one? No. I got him a squeegee because when we went to Italy.
Oh my god.
He was like playing with it in the shower, so I like bought him one. He never uses it.
Okay.
I use it way more than
I got you.
But it's
forever.
like one of those mechanical sponge things.
Yeah.
He just goes to town. I haven't cleaned the shower in
Don't need
years.
to.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
That's hilarious.
I feel like we definitely
We
have
both
like.
don't clean.
I hate cleaning. I do hate cleaning, but you've accepted that from me, and you were like, let me just let me know when we need to hire a cleaner, and we'll get them to come in and like do the thing.
I feel like we work so hard that we can afford the things that we just don't want to do.
Yeah.
Because like we do. So it's like if people who want to work and budget or whatever, that's cool. But like I literally work as hard as I can so I can afford to like have somebody clean.
Yeah.
Like those
So that's
conveniences.
I don't like cleaning. Shane don't like cleaning. Hopefully when we
feel
move to
like
our
you
new
like
place,
cleaning.
He be having
I
music
like
on.
a clean place. Yeah.
Like
That's a difference.
Yeah.
Whether like
But
if you like
he'll-
cleaning versus like
Yeah.
having a clean place.
I don't necessarily like cleaning, but like a clean kitchen.
Yeah.
And I like the process of cleaning the kitchen, but it's not necessarily that I like cleaning. But I just like that end
result.
smell of clean
Yeah.
orange and lemon and like
Yeah.
it's just clean. I enjoy that. Like I enjoy walking into a
like, we
clean
like that.
kitchen.
That's our thing. That's our what's it called? Love.
Love language.
It's our love language.
I do
that
have
orange smell.
I do have a question. Okay, so y'all are two different people before you get into a relationship. How do you feel like Lonnie, and obviously for you, Lonnie Blaire, how do you feel like y'all changed each other, grew each other in the relationship since y'all have been together from beginning to now? Because I do feel like, I remember in the beginning, I feel like y'all, it's not that when you're new, but like I definitely feel like I see a different version of Lonnie, and I see a different version of you since when I first met both of y'all.
Yeah. I mean, I will say I'm very demure now. I'm very, very cutesy, very,
Love it.
very demure. Cause I used to be like, we was having a time. Like we was outside, we was turning up, we was drinking, we were having a moment.
I know Mo.
And it's
Cut
like
it down.
now, like
No Mo.
it's like I'm just a completely different person in that aspect. I don't think I've been to a club in Atlanta, and like since I first moved here.
Don't even want her to know what it looked like.
You don't need to know.
Don't need to.
Don't need to know.
So you're more stay at home now. You're
Yeah.
more reserved.
Settled down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you settled down.
I'm definitely more like settled down.
Yeah. Okay. And what about you, Lonnie?
Wanye.
More
How do you
settled
think?
down.
You sure you're even more settled down?
I'm saying. I'm just laughing at that. She's settled. She's there. Like,
This is the end. This is the end of
This is
settlement.
what it looks like.
This is the settlement.
that's it, G. That's it.
Yeah.
She showed me like true femininity and like what it actually looks like but also what it is to take care of it too. And like, I don't think we as men really be understanding that. I know we be talking masculine, feminine, like it actually exists. So when you see it, it's different. You got to treat it different. Especially if you want the benefits from it and for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it has a lot of lovely, wonderful features in it. You know what I'm saying? It's worth it when you find it. So
and, like, taking care of it.
She showed me that, and that's what I would say. I kind of just understand it more. So
Yeah. One thing I like about both of you guys is I feel like you guys just aren't it's not like you just want a wife, like you just want somebody to, like, you know, take care of you and all that stuff. Like, you guys want to be husbands, like you guys desire to be husbands and like have somebody to take care of and protect. And I feel like there's a distinct difference in that, and just that, like, to me it just means like putting forth that effort to like do what you're saying, like knowing that you have to like take care of like Blaire and like making sure that like you protect that femininity and like all those things that she like is and does, and like you wanting to be able to like do that for her and show her that and like continuously strive for that. And I feel like that in relationships in general, I feel like having a partner that has that or does that, I'm so sorry, Jordan, but I don't know what that noise is. But having a partner that that does that, that's like striving to like be better and like take care of you. It's like it works both ways, because it's like now, like when you do those things for me, like it makes me like those nights where you're like, girl, it's 11 o'clock, sit down, you ain't gotta cook, but I'm just like, you've done all this other stuff, and I want to make sure I'm taking care of you.
I definitely think like when you have a man who wants to be a husband and wants to protect and provide for you, it brings out the feminine energy. So I honestly think that every woman has it, but it takes a certain type of man
To bring it out.
100%. And I just don't think people necessarily understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I also love how in the same light, like Blaire goes so hard for Lonnie. And it's like, you know, when we were going through, not me and you, but I was going through a situation, and we had referenced Blaire, like you, Blaire, and I was like, saying like how like hard you go for Lonnie, like regardless, like you're gonna stand up for I'm gonna stand up for my man.
I had to stand up to Jamal about this one time. I was like, remember when you was moving brand new? I said, what's your problem?
Oh my Lord.
What's your problem, fool?
Moving brand new. I am never
This your
moving brand new.
bestie.
I have never moved brand new.
And
got knocked out by
me and
Blaire.
Jamal, we had a heart to heart, because I was like, why you moving weird?
Being
Why
weird
you
to me?
being
I
weird
was
to
not
me?
being no weird.
And like Jamal explained, I was like, tighten
Yeah,
up.
she was like,
Tighten up.
All right.
Tighten
All right.
up.
You got one more. Got my eyes on you.
regardless.
I don't even like when y'all play fours without him. I don't like when y'all play quads on the game
Lonnie don't
without
like
him.
playing no more.
I mean now. But when he did, and y'all got
Lonnie,
You want to hear Blaire on the mic?
No.
he brought y'all together.
No,
He better always
no.
have a spot on that.
Stall him out, Devo. Stall him out.
Lonnie know that I always, for one, defer to him when it's war. I said, Lonnie, you play instead of me. Two, me and Lonnie be playing duos. That's our thing.
Y'all do.
Our resurgence
It's
duo.
all good. Devo stalled you out. You good. You
Yeah,
good.
see, I
I'm just
gotta
saying.
defend myself.
That's
You know, I take that back.
she just,
No, that's it's simple.
yeah, exactly. She just proved it to you.
I don't care. Give her her
She said, I
props,
don't
but
care
she
who
stalling
you are.
me out by giving her her props.
Like, I don't care
No,
who you
I'm
are.
just saying. It was just a good example.
Oh my God.
But we good
Yeah,
now.
whatever.
That's
We
what we like.
good
That's what we
now.
like. We like her going hard about me. Yeah.
No, we love that.
Yeah. But also, to answer your other question too, her only role in our relationship, or definitely at this point, was like, just take care of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I asked of her. Like, just take care of me. That's that's the only thing you have to do from this point on, is just take care of me.
Mm-hmm.
If she does that, she'll be more than fine. She'll get everything she needs in life and more and much more.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like,
Princess
that's it. That's the only expectation I had of her. Just take care of me. Just,
That's good.
This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, we a unit now, so it's like, you want to be at your strongest together
Yeah.
at all times.
Yeah.
Like it ain't never a time where you ever want to get caught lacking on anything.
Yeah.
On anything. Like we in some scary times, so it's like shit.
Yeah.
If you can't trust the person sitting next to you, laying next to you, it's like
Yeah.
Who
what
can
we
you
doing
trust?
then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we doing
It's
all
scary
this for?
times.
Is there things about your partner that may be good that force you to look at yourself and be like, dang, I am this person, or this is something that I need to work on because this person has showed me, and it could be something that they did, or it could be just them being themselves, but it made you have to look in the mirror at things that necessarily weren't good and have to be better for your partner.
Lonnie made me realize how impatient I am.
Oh.
He taught me immense patience, because I've never like stuck around in a relationship like through like the hard stuff. I'm just like, oh, I'm not getting my way. I gotta go. Like I don't want to do this. But within our relationship, like I was just like, I just had to be patient because and I think it came because he is a great leader in our household, but also
One more time.
Speak to the mic.
My bad, the air
he's
conditioning
an
on.
amazing leader in our household.
All right, now do it and stroke my face.
He's an amazing leader in our household. So when it was a thing that I needed to wait on, it always made sense.
Yeah.
So like just because it wasn't happening in my time, usually that was like time for me. Oh, I'm not getting my way. Time for me to go. But like everything down to like us becoming an official couple, us getting engaged, like it didn't happen on my time, but like when it happened, it all made sense. And I was just like, damn, I feel kind of
trust
dumb
the
for
process.
always like bitching at you all the time. Like, my bad. Like, I feel really bad about that.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, he taught me patience because it always, all the pieces just always fit
Yeah.
when everything came together.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Hey man, real niggas do real things.
And
Real
that's-
niggas do real things.
That's a quote.
I don't know, those who get it just get it. But like, it wasn't nothing that I had learned. I was stern. Like I was like, nah, I'ma be me. Like I had to, cause I'm like, if you're going for marriage, we're talking about you step before God, say vows, and pledge that this person is your person for life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's serious.
if we're gonna
This is
do
not a
this,
game.
Not again.
I'm about to act like something I'm not.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
No, I'm about to be me. I have to, because if I don't, this will be the worst decision I ever make in my life.
Yeah.
So it was just
That you
like,
put
yeah.
a situation you put yourself in.
Yeah.
You're saying that because of her, you realize that you need to be yourself? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm just saying, like, you were asking, like, what did I like?
I think you
change or
softened
anything?
up a little bit.
But I just kind of came in with the like, I can't change anything. I have to be stern.
True to
I have to
yourself.
be like, I have to set the precedent. Like I have to. But also it was just like, it's an ego thing, but it's like like I'm a lit ass nigga. And I'm gonna make sure that there's never a day you don't understand how lit of a nigga I am, or how lit like I just stand by it. I just stand by it.
And that's his vows, by the way.
So it was like, yeah,
You have to figure out a better way to say it.
You know, we're just
I'm about to do this, but everything is planned. So and I understand, like, sometimes you can have a vision for something and you can share that vision, but it also doesn't mean that she ain't gonna get scared.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
have her fear in it.
It's
so,
about trusting your person for sure. 'Cause
yeah,
I know I've been having
so it's like,
moments.
I mean, like, I've showed up for her, but it still don't mean that, like, the fear ain't it's gonna be there. Like, every time you drive fast and you come close to a wreck, you like, the fear, it's still arises.
there.
You
Yeah.
remember? So I kind of understood that. Maybe, so if anything, it kind of just like, no, I'll say something that changed was just like communicating with her.
Okay.
Like, I was big on that. Like, this is the most I've ever communicated with a human
good.
being.
Yeah. Necessary.
So like, just kind of like, yo, this is why, this is this, like, showing though too, but like showing like this is the evidence here. I said, did, we're here. Like everything has fallen to plan. Like, so there's no need to like falter here. But like I get it. Like calm down. Like you good. Like, you know, but still putting those worries to rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those fears came in because just like, this is the first time I'm in a situation like this. This is the first time where I haven't had to like step in and be an independent woman at some point in time, or like just take care of myself or whatever the case may be. So when you're in that situation for the first time, that is terrifying. As a girly who does it on her own, it's terrifying. It's terrifying to like go from like always making your own money to like a man being like, okay, I'm gonna hire you for my company, and you don't have to leave the house now. It's scary because you just like, it ain't never worked out before.
Yeah.
So it's like, what if it don't work out this time? So yeah, there were those moments of just like fear, and like the fear leads into like, I just need reassurance, and like, yeah, so he's also always good at giving like the reassurance. And
yeah, I think that's really important, like having that reassurance when you are somebody that's like, because I came from that too, as far as like feeling just used to being independent and just doing stuff on my own, and it's just like, I'm gonna need you to do more than just like keep saying you gonna do X, Y, and Z. Like I need to see it or something before I just like trust to follow your lead. But I feel like you always stayed true, like from the beginning, like whatever you said, you also like did, and that sounds like what Lonnie was explaining. Like I got the equation all figured out. Just like
just like let me
give me time to work.
Yeah, I think a lot of people be failing to have results too.
Yeah.
So that's what I do kind of think a lot of it is too. So it's like on top of that, you got, you know, other factors, but I had results. Like that was the biggest thing. Biggest thing. Even before she came out here, I had results. You know what I'm saying? So I knew like, but
I'm talking about your career aspect.
Yeah, just in whatever, whether it be relationship, whether you got to have results. Like you literally have to. So.
And since I met Lonnie, there's never been a time that he didn't do exactly what he said he was gonna do. Like even down to when we first had like our first phone call, he said he was gonna call on a certain day at a certain time. It wasn't a whole bunch of like confirmation. Like I'm just like, oh yeah, whatever. But he literally did everything that he said he was gonna do, even down to like issues that I had when I first moved to Atlanta. Like there was never a time I didn't feel safe with him. There was never a time that I didn't feel as if Lonnie was going to take care of something for me. And he proved it time and time again. There was never a time where like, there's never a time I can say that he wasn't like right there and deserving of like every ounce of like feminine energy I have to give him. So
I feel like it's funny you saying that. I think both of us saying that like we come from being like just super independent and having men that like bring out that femininity in you is like a game changer. But I feel like I'm always seeing like these debates online where it's like, you know, the I don't even know how to say it, like the man, like, you know, basically taking care of his woman, and then like, you know, the 50-50 debate and like all this stuff. And it's just like, first of all, I do think everybody, obviously, like whatever works for you works for you. But I also feel like being able to have somebody that you can trust to lead you and like take the lead and it like wants to protect and take care of their woman is like, it's a beautiful thing and it's okay. Like it's, I don't know, I feel like people like try to demonize it or something. And I just feel like it's a commendable thing, like for a man, like it has to be.
I think the crazy thing is we preach so much like independence that like we forget that. I think that I believe that relationships should have dependency in it.
Like you both need each other.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, of course.
and you got to find where that lies. But like, we're so like big on like the independent like talk.
I don't
just
need
into
anybody.
society. Yeah, it's just like,
Mhm.
but it's like in a relationship, then like you want at some level, you want some kind of like, because what keeps you there? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It like
Yeah.
gives you something to
if
like
you can do all this by
fight
yourself,
for.
like,
Yeah.
cool, you can, but you probably shouldn't.
Like that's not the goal. Also,
Yeah.
it's like you want a partner, you want a teammate. It's not about proving you can do everything by yourself
Yeah.
all the time. Like that's
Yeah.
not.
But then it's also not like just to like have somebody that you can give them your entire plate and now they take care of everything. It's just like, damn, you don't
I
want to
just-
do anything, any bit of like,
Nothing. No, not a little.
like you don't want to contribute anything.
But I also think contribution looks different for a man versus a woman. And I think one thing we have to realize is like men, their whole thing is protection and provision. But if we think about it realistically, men can protect and provide for themselves. And if they need, like, if they can't cook, they can get somebody to cook. Like, women are passing out the drawers like Sunday plates. Like, so like, but what men need that they can't necessarily get from everywhere is like the nurturing and the
Yes.
feeling of home
Yeah.
and the safe place. It's enough to be a black man and like go out into the world and just feel demonized all the time. But if you come, it's nice to, I would assume, to come home as a man and have a place that you can lay your head, someone that you're comfortable with, and it's just like your relaxing space.
I mean, when we
To
got
take care.
engaged, one of the things you said was that like I was your peace.
today.
Hold your black man. Hold your black man today.
Y'all go out there, y'all
just
hug
reach
y'all
out.
the black man.
Hug the black man today.
Come on now. Come on now.
But that's what you said, is just that I was your peace. And I think like that's what it
Yeah.
comes down to. Like having, it's not just like you said, like just feeding somebody. It's like being
Yeah.
that person's safe place and like that comfort and all
Yeah.
all that sappy shit.
'Cause I know
Yeah,
for
all
me,
that
like,
beautiful
I know
shit.
the most important thing that I always tell Shan all the time is like, I always praise her for just letting me be me. Like she don't press
Yeah.
me out about, because I've been in relationships where like, you know, y'all already know how I be acting. I be all over the place a lot of times. But Shan just
We
be,
know. We know.
they don't know.
They know.
Nah, they know too. Y'all been following him all on his journey.
But Shan just be cool. She just be like, just cool with whatever. And it's just like, it feels good to know that like you got somebody who's like got your back
Yeah.
regardless. You know, and I think that's important for us, just us as black, you know, being in a black relationship. Because we know, like, we were talking about it a little bit before, like, and this is kind of a little off subject, it always seems like somehow, some way, they always try to take down the black couple or one black individual, mostly in the relationships, like when you do see the relationship podcast. I mean, look at that, what's that new podcast that is they're going through their drama right now?
Tonight's conversation.
Tonight's conversation? Yeah, like, it's just crazy to me how, like, anytime we have anything positive to try to promote, granted, we don't know what they're doing behind the scenes, but still.
Tonight's conversation was not positive.
Oh, it was a negative
That was
comment?
like red pill.
Oh, I thought it was positive stuff. It was
I
kind
didn't
of
watch
just
it
like,
enough
my
to
bad.
know.
I guess
I mean, I
didn't
think it
watch
was like a
enough.
mix of, I think it was good because it was men and women's perspectives.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was necessarily
Like super positive.
Yeah.
Well, then
But
my
even,
bad.
I just look at even like y'all podcast, like, it's like anytime you try, like, they say they want vulnerable creators and like vulnerable, you know, just people
Yeah,
to be authentic.
transparency.
Yeah, but then as soon as you're transparent and authentic, it's like the comments are just like, oh, girl, why you with him?
Yeah.
Like, oh, y'all, I don't like, it's just like so negative.
So negative.
Yeah, so it's like
So it's
hard
like-
for us to be able to just
Yeah.
talk and have conversations and it be cool and like it really be like some real black people shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it's just like, I think it's just crazy how a lot of times like even, and that just goes to say like how negative our people are, but it's not our fault in a way because it's just what was essentially beaten into us.
Jamal, don't clip this. Because this is going to be.
I'm not responsible for clipping. She has from day one been responsible for clipping. So don't look at me.
Cancel the whole episode.
But I'm just saying, because it needs to be said. You
Yeah.
know? we got to do better. And it just takes a couple of us to shine a light for others. But like, just y'all two being together for 3 years is already like a positive testament.
Yeah.
You know, for like your people and for you and your future children, you know? So like, I think it's just a beautiful thing. And I say I commend it and to keep going, obviously, you know? So.
Yeah, y'all locked in now. We all are accountability.
Super locked in.
Okay, wait. Now we can listen about the. We have to meet.
So how did you know she was the one?
And the.
When did you know you wanted to propose?
Yeah.
Well, I had like a few confirmations already of like her throughout the throughout our relationship, but I needed to
confirmations of
like signs, like just signs
that you wanted to marry her,
that she was gonna be my wife.
Okay.
And the first one was, we were in, what was that, Cabo?
Mm-hmm.
When the three of us went to Cabo?
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the first ones. So then okay, got a bunch of confirmation, sorry. All right, the next thing was like, now it was the date. So I needed it to I wanted it to fall on our anniversary date, in which I had, so our anniversary, which will also be our marriage date, and was the day that I reached out to her. So the day that I had reached out to her, that's when I knew that like, it was just something about the day. Like it was like testing out your superpowers, like for the first time. And I was just like, if this like goes how I think it's gonna go, like everything in life will be fine. So I had remember hitting her up. So it was July 7th, 2021.
Yeah.
So then I made her my girlfriend July 7th,
2022.
2022?
Yeah, 2022.
So then, had a little bit of unexpected financial thing that had came up in the business. So it was gonna be on our anniversary.
Yeah.
So, I was like, all right, so that's not really just going to work out during that time. But I needed another 7 to complete 777. So it was July 7th. July 7th month, you know, yada, yada. So I needed a final 7. So her birthday, I was kind of like, that's the perfect time because, like, she's not going to be expecting it, but, like, I also knew it was, like, corny to do it on somebody's birthday. So I was like, so December 7th. So I had...
My birthday's on the 8th.
Her birthday's on the 8th, so I had planned it, you know, like...
And it was so much misdirection that weekend. Like, there was so much going on.
Never let them know your next move.
Like, there was... He threw me a surprise birthday game night.
Yeah.
We had dinner plans. He then had a chef come to the house on my actual birthday. We went to a basketball game. Like, it was so much going on.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So you had no idea something was brewing.
So honestly, I thought so we had filmed on the 7th, or no, the 6th, which was a Friday.
Yeah.
We had filmed, and so we're like all like talking, and like our shooters aren't leaving. We're like having a conversation. It was like at this point like 7 o'clock at night, and I'm just like, okay. So then Lonnie's like,
that's enough.
Yeah. So Lonnie is like, okay, go upstairs and get ready. And so I'm like, what? And so I'm like locked in like my beauty room, and like he has like a speaker in front of the door, so I can't hear anything going on. So like in that moment, I was like, okay, he's probably gonna propose. Like it's probably gonna be like a whole setup and everything when I get downstairs. And I'm like, oh, okay, like cool.
Yeah.
And when I got downstairs, it wasn't a proposal.
birthday.
It was a birthday.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe it's just like it's not gonna happen this weekend, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day, he was like dressed like nice, but like chill. So I picked out like some nice but chill. And he's like, no, not that. And I'm like, and I had just bought a dress. I had actually bought a dress for his birthday, but we were still jet lagged from Japan. So we ended up not going out to eat for his birthday. And so I wore the dress that I had bought for his birthday. And he took me to the top of Pont City Market.
Sorry.
Now, child, the shoes I had on, mind you, it's like plank flooring up there.
Yeah.
So I had heels on. My heels is getting stuck. I'm like, why the hell did this man bring me up to this rooftop with these shoes on?
He know damn well.
Now he know damn well. But I remember as soon as we walked onto the rooftop, I saw the skyline. I was like, oh my God, I love skylines and like stuff like that. So I was like, oh my God, like the skyline up here is so pretty. Like, and so like we walked over to like the corner where the skyline was, and I was just like kind of just looking over at the skyline, and he called my name, and I turned around, and he was on one knee, and he was just like, will you do the honor of being my wife? And he said he had a speech, but he forgot it.
Oh.
I just don't even remember what I said, to be honest. So.
He probably said some words.
And yeah, it was like one of those cool like movie moments. Like it was like people
everything's
around,
like a
so
blur,
everybody's like and like
Yeah.
clapping and stuff like that. And yeah, it was. He forgot to put the ring on. And we were just like hugging and kissing, and I was like, "Can I put the ring on?"
Ring on, please.
And yeah, it was.
So you literally,
So
until you
unexpected.
like turned around and saw him on one knee. you did
Literally
not know.
until I turned around and saw him on one knee, I
played it
had
cool.
no idea.
He played it cool.
And like Lonnie loves to take like candid pictures of me, so that's what I thought he was doing. And
Bam. But you did good.
he did great.
He said, real nigga get on one knee.
Get some Jordans.
And you know what? Yeah, he got and his favorite Jordan. Right?
Did you crease him?
It was worth it.
Yeah, that's how you know it's real.
It was worth
That's how you know it's real.
it was worth it.
And it's so crazy because I not to say that I didn't think that he would like get down on one knee, but it was just like it feels different.
Like when it's actually
when
happening.
a man gets down on one knee, that it feels crazy. And like I still like I'll randomly like baby, we're engaged.
It's
like,
crazy.
This is like, and it's our first time, so it's just like I've never gotten this far in a relationship before. So it's like,
You know, y'all engaged. Do you feel like you've been getting a lot of like unsolicited advice ever since you, or let me not say, have you been getting a lot of advice since you got engaged? Or like people even rushing or anything like that? Because I feel like once we got engaged, everybody was like, it felt like a time clock started. It was just like,
When's the day?
yeah. So when's the day has been like the question we've been getting since day one.
yeah.
Luckily we had the day because it's just always been a very intentional day for us. But I will say that I feel like we've gotten a lot of just, oh yeah, I can't wait to come to your wedding, and it's just like
That assumption, right?
that assumption is crazy.
Why? Because where did that come from? Because why?
What? When's the last time I saw you? Like what?
But you guys have like a lot of friends. Or
No,
like,
we don't.
Okay. You're right. I'm just.
You right.
No, I mean we just
Right.
don't.
You're right.
There's a lot of people that assume they are your friends,
They shouldn't do that.
and that's
Because
therein lies the
assumption,
problem.
yeah, assumption is a terrible
Therein lies the
thing.
problem.
She said no, we don't.
And then I will say that we've had people put like their negative experience with marriage
Yes.
on us.
Yes.
And it's just
Yes.
like, oh, well, you know,
Yes. I
because
see
of
that
my
too.
situation, you don't, and it's just like, okay, even if we were having a wedding, you're not invited now because
Like
you
that
don't truly
negativity.
believe, you don't believe in this. So,
It's about having the right coaches around.
oh,
When you play this, right? Mentors, other people. Like, so I was kind of like intentional with finding, I'll say beacons of light along the path, of, like, that I look forward to. So I was intentional about getting around other people who were married and also care for their, you know, wives and family like I strive to, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm really like a person like, if you ain't been there, or if you're not currently there, I'm good. I like everything you say is like null and void. And I'm really starting to get to like, if you haven't had a positive experience there, now I'm even starting to cut you out even more because like I don't want the death spoken into me. I don't want that. Like I got more than enough of that that's gonna be spoken as soon as I leave my house. So I'd rather feel myself. What if it works? You know what I'm saying? Like we never consider a million and one things could go like wrong with us getting married. A million and one.
But a million and one things could also go right.
But nobody wants to talk about that or highlight that.
One of like my favorite reactions to our engagement was one of Lonnie's friends who had been married before. And I'm just always weary of like men who be outside because they be outside. But he was like, just remember to extend her grace. That's where I messed up in my marriage. So learn from my mistakes. And it's like, instead of bringing like negativity and like, oh like man, you about to do this. Like, he was like, where I messed up was I did not extend my wife grace and it did not work out. So just be sure to extend her grace. And I was just like, oh,
like that's actually like something
like super dope
helpful and like specific too. Not just like, oh yeah, good luck, happy for you guys. It's like specific. I love that. That's really dope.
So that's been dope.
Yeah.
And then people are like already like, hey, so when are y'all having kids?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
They were commenting on my page asking if y'all having kids.
Like, how do I know?
What are you asking me for? This ain't the right page.
It's not the right page.
I don't know, man. We might pull a Hallie and DDG out here and just,
Oh my God.
pop up one day all of a sudden. Like,
Do y'all feel like y'all will show y'all kids?
Probably, yeah.
Not when they're first born.
Not right away, but I think at some point.
Maybe like 6
Probably.
months and after. I might do a skit with little Joe Young.
Crazy
Little
man.
Joe Young. I might do a little skit.
We
I don't see a world in where Jamal doesn't. I don't
see a world.
I just
Yeah.
my life.
I think my only thing is like, as long as they not, I know this is crazy, but like,
don't say
awkward
that.
looking.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I
ugly.
Yeah, like I just want to put that pressure on them. Like, I ain't no need for like them to be exposed to that. You know what I'm saying? But also, I'm gonna be very vigilant of just like how they respond to this. But I'm very like, social media is a dangerous thing.
It is
just like,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
like I could do without it.
Yeah, maybe I think I'm more famous than I am, but I have no desire to show my kids.
Yeah. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That you don't show your kids.
Like,
Yeah, I'm tripping. I ain't gonna show them. No,
Yeah.
I'm tripping. No, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
y'all ain't never seen Lonnie, none of Lonnie's family for real. Like,
Yeah,
no, y'all
Lonnie
not
Yeah.
seeing his kids.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, I just lied. Oh, my bad.
I don't know why. At first, I thought you were talking about hypothetical. I thought you were talking about hypothetical. But I was like,
Yeah, he's not.
Well, then here's the next question. Obviously, y'all run a business together. It's not like it's two separate. Like, it ain't like you got someone coming in to do X, Y, and Z. Y'all do have that at certain aspects. But when y'all have kids,
they gonna be PA?
if it's like, if she's working 9 to 5, you know, and I'm at home, I can take care of the kids while she's working 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Y'all 9 to 5 is together, so everything y'all do is together. How does that work when you guys are running a business and stuff? Do you guys have that figured out, or?
Yeah. I mean,
I just need her to be a wife and a mom.
Yeah, my motivation changes once I have kids.
Okay.
So it just, you're covering my mic.
She's gonna be good.
My motivation changes. Lonnie has wanted me out of like the spotlight since we started dating, but it's just like then I lose my purpose. When it comes to like just having like a professional version of myself. And it's just like I'm not doing anything at home. I can't possibly cook all day long, and like how many Pilates classes can I go to? So. And that's kind of where we compromise on that. Like once I have kids, or once we have kids, like my motivation will definitely change. And it's not to say I won't be on set. It's not to say I still won't be writing.
It just won't be your priority.
Yeah, it just won't be my priority.
Yeah.
And he'll have to make sure, like those times when he, you know, when somebody's not taking something seriously and he checks out, because it's just like, you can't want something for somebody more than they want it for themselves. I won't be there to be like, okay, but your name is still on it, so we gotta do what we gotta do. So, you know, and I'll probably figure a way to still do it. But yeah, it just won't be my like motivation.
Yeah. Like
so essentially, Lonnie will take up like 100% of the role of the business, or 90% or whatever, majority, and then you'll make sure and allocate your time taking care of Jimmy.
And that's the thing. Like even because we even talked about like when I do get pregnant, like I can be a producer and not be on set.
Yeah.
Like so, you know, even that, like being able to like help in whatever way I can. But if I don't want to be seen, I don't have to be seen. So yeah, we talked about all the possibilities.
Yeah. So you kind of know what direction you would end up going with that. That makes sense. I can see that for y'all for sure. I think, because I know we've had that conversation too. I mean, I agree. Like, I feel like just the way we move, our kids are probably going to be in front of a camera, but like, I do want to be careful about it because you hear some weird fucking stories. Like and I don't know, like it's too soon to have studies done, but like kids that just grew up, like, I mean, aside from like kids who are like on Nickelodeon stuff, like, and like child stars, aside from those like stories, it gets weird, but like, you want to be careful and you want to protect your kids too on the internet. The internet is a dangerous and scary place. And I know for sure, like that is always going to be my priority, is like making sure our kids are protected. So I would never do anything to like compromise that.
And I just see how people handle us. Like, it's like weird. Like, it's like we're not in Hollywood, so there's not like this like dome around us. Like, we are still real people and we live in this real world. And people like come up to us. They get real in your space. Like, they feel like they know you because you're like this,
because they see you every day
person, and they see you every day. So I like, if my kids want to be in it, like that's one thing, but like as babies, like I don't want to be out by myself and it's like a thing, like something happens, or you know, they see my kid and you know, somebody try to grab him, like anything can happen. So it's just like right now where my mind is like, no, like I'm just not going.
No, that makes sense. I like that.
Put little hearts over their faces and stuff.
Oh yeah, I love that. I'm like, but at that point, I'm like, you could just not.
Yeah, you could just not go.
I'm like, you don't put a heart over the whole entire thing. It's okay. You ain't have to do that. You ain't have to do that. It's okay. Let me see. I had a rapid fire. Yeah.
Can I do my question first?
Do your question, baby.
All right. So, quirky things about each other. Y'all been together for 3 years. So, is there anything y'all both have to answer? You just need one or two things that your partner does that is like, I mean, obviously you're adjusted to it, but it's weird. Like, for example, like Shan never farts.
No. Yeah.
Even though she does fart. So like, that's the weird thing. When she farts, I make a big deal out of it because she's...
You're such a jerk.
Yeah. So like, is there anything about like Lonnie or say that he does that you're just like, not necessarily like this is bad or whatever, but you're like, oh my gosh, every time he does it? Or vice?
His burps. Oh my God.
I knew he was gonna say that. I was literally about to be like,
his burps are insane. They're so loud and so long. It's like
the depths.
Are they real burps or you making it happen?
No, they're real burps, and they're so aggressive. And
they're so aggressive. I'm
just like,
you know how like I think it's like different. Men have different things. Like some people, I know this is weird. Some people are like loud toilet peers, right? Like they make it a point to like, that's their thing. Like, and that's just how they like outwardly define their manhood. It's just that thing. But like mine is just, it's burping. It's just like.
It's not real.
Got some good burps in there. You know what I'm saying? Like the burp is the best of them, you know? So it's like,
that's
a good thing. Loud peas is a good thing.
I didn't realize that was a thing.
Yeah.
What?
So for you, Lonnie, What do you feel like the
Blaire has
quirk
a
or
quirk.
the ick or whatever you want to call it?
Not an ick, just a quirk.
The quirk about Blaire that when she does it, you're just like, oh my gosh. Or you just make note of it. You're just like, oh my gosh, every time she does this.
And then like 30 years from now, you won't even realize it, that she's doing it still. You won't even recognize his
Or
burp.
that'll be what we're arguing
I
about.
know. Oh, that.
You used to burp so cute. So funny. Now you burp loud.
I know this is weird, but just like the fact that she like just has asthma, and I know that like I know that sounds crazy. It's just like I'll be like, damn, like yeah, okay, yeah, damn, like you got asthma.
I've been forgetting she has asthma
You know what I'm saying?
until she
Like,
pulled out that pump.
Yeah, like we gotta make sure you like what need to be done. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never experienced that. You know, I've just never like I've literally never had friends that have had it or anything. So like I don't know like the right conditions, but I'm also just very conscious of like, you know, you want your partner to be at their best health. You want to be at your best health, but like knowing that, so when she like will have to like take the inhaler or something, like, oh shit, like I'd be forgetting.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? This is something we gotta like make sure you're good. Cause like just like we had the LA fires, like, you know what I'm saying? What if we had been out there, then like, you know what I'm saying, that would have
been,
Yeah.
completely
and I've
differently
seen
than
it
everybody else.
affect
Yeah.
her, and you know, just allergies and different stuff. So it's like knowing that me not having allergies, like even this being my emergency contact of a person, I gotta like know hers. Like if something ever happens, like she can't take this, like it's just stuff like that I never considered, but now I have to think about. So
I thought you were going to say because I like randomly start conversations.
Oh, in the middle of like a thought or something.
I just chalk that
Probably
up to a
used to
woman
that.
thing. I just
Woman, just be woman.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I wouldn't say that, but no, I would say that.
I think you do.
No,
that
you
more
get
than
excited for
They gonna be in the
conversations.
comments like, damn, little bitch can't have
I do. You already know the comments gonna come. It's okay. We won't clip it.
He loves his asthma having fiance.
You heard him say he gonna fight to the death for her. You already heard him. You heard it here first. Okay, have rapid fire. That's just random fun things. I don't care who answers first. It's just for both of y'all. Who said I love you first?
Did I say I love you first?
He's like, is that true? Roll the clip. You don't remember?
I remember how he told me he loved me, but yeah, probably. I probably said
She's a lover girl. Netflix and chill or date night out?
Netflix and chill for sure.
Yeah,
With some good
I can
ass
see that.
food.
Yeah.
With some good ass food.
With some good ass.
Yeah, because I know y'all love bundling up and watching movies together and stuff.
Yeah.
Who gives better gifts?
I know Blaire feels like she does.
Oh no, I don't know, because I feel like
Blaire do be giving some good gifts. Blaire does research on her gifts before she gives them.
yeah, I go stupid on the gifts, but
Yeah.
then Lonnie
good.
He is
every
sneaky.
time.
He come out of nowhere.
I think Lonnie wins because he gave you the ring.
Yeah, he might. I
Best
got him
gift
some
ever.
Dior shoes. He got me an engagement ring.
Y'all just neck and neck. Y'all
do
neck
good
and
with
neck.
the gifts,
That's
though. I
hard.
love
That is
gifts.
hard. That's a
Y'all
hard
neck and
question.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, that's hard to answer.
Yeah.
But I feel like he gave me he just got an edge. Like, our first anniversary, I had bought him this Goyard wallet he wanted. But he took me to Puerto Rico. So I'm like, damn,
bro. Let me have one.
No, I took her to Puerto Rico and it was like
It was like one of those Instagram videos where it's like, I had no idea where we were going until we got to the gate. I don't even know how that's
so
legal
funny.
or supposed to
That's
happen in the airport.
hilarious.
I literally just looked at her and it was like, go pack a bag. She was like, what?
Did you tell her what to pack? I guess you had to tell her some bathing suits.
Yeah, because
I told you somewhere like warm, right?
Yeah, he was like somewhere tropical.
And she did not know where we was going.
So you must have just
until we
had
got to
all
the
the
gate.
stuff. You couldn't you didn't hold no boarding pass or nothing.
Did not hold no boarding pass. Barely held my luggage, girl. Like,
But that's also how she got the ring. She listened. Like I can't even say she didn't listen. Every like thing I've ever told her to like, yo, like do this, run this, she listened.
Yeah.
I'm like, how I'm gonna be mad? How I'm gonna be mad at somebody that listens?
It'll all be so simple.
I'm
It could all be
like,
so
bruh.
simple.
I mean, like, That's all she did. So when people ask how she got the ring, she listened, bro.
In case
Well,
anybody
first
want
of
to
all,
know.
yeah, I'm gonna listen. I'm not finna mess up a surprise for myself.
Yeah.
Like,
Somewhere
that's
warm, pack a
stupid.
bag. Pack a bag.
Bag. Well,
You ain't gonna hear a peep until
Right.
I will be.
You ain't gotta hear nothing out of me until I gotta say thank you when we get there.
That's funny.
That's it.
This is funny. This is a question I thought about recently. I'm curious, like, because both of you guys, you create content together and y'all be directing your stuff. I'm curious, what are you guys' difference in your directing style? Like Lonnie directing versus Blaire directing. Like if you guys had the same exact script project that you're working on, and if Lonnie directed, the project or a scene versus Blaire, like what would be the difference, you think? Or like what's the difference on set?
Mm-hmm.
Mine probably gonna have some weird shit in it, some weird shot or something that I come up with.
Cameraman's like spinning.
I don't even feel like that. I kind of honestly feel like they'd come out similar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the only difference would be mine will probably
have a music video in it.
Either it'll have some kind of that
Random.
or it'll have some bit of comedy. Like at some bit, like it'll be some.
Yeah, like you'll throw like
I'm not saying it's gonna be the funniest thing ever, but it'll like have some kind of comedy undertone. That's probably the only difference. But we've been working together so long, and I've also like seen my vision be imposed on her. So now she can go and like teach her. Also like taught her how to go into a scene and what to do, what to get. But I know how she thinks too. Though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like. If she'll probably be able to be at home and I can call her and be like, okay, this shot right here on page 7, you wanted it like this, and this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she'll probably be like, wait, no, I want it. And I'll be like, yeah. Like, that's exactly how I said it. She'll be like, yeah, that's exactly. And we'll be good.
Yeah.
And it'll come out it'll come out better than she thought though.
Yeah.
So, just because
in
of
tune
that,
like
I know
that.
they'll be similar.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be similar in nature, but they'll have their differences for sure.
Yeah, but it's mostly saying, oh, that's dope. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I'm curious if like they feel like there's a difference. I know I'm not a director, but I know for a fact if like I try to direct some shit would be weird. We'd be missing half the shots. It would be a disaster. But we would have fun on set though. We would have fun filming. Everybody would be confused.
It'd be a good time.
It would be a good time.
Yeah.
We're here for vibes.
It'd be a good time for
Like the cast and crew. I would have snacks.
have an incomplete project.
That's probably the only thing different that I would even think would happen is it may be like I'd be interested to see how long it takes us, like me versus her.
Oh yeah, to
Because
film
I just
it.
know that Blaire's process is just a little different, even when girls walk on set, like how she is. Like she's more like she'll more go to the girls section, but me, I look at it like, okay, make sure the girls are comfortable, they're good, they set up. Now I go over, talk to the guys, usually is the camper department, grip, yada, yada, yada. Make sure they're all good. Or we talk before the girls got there. And then now I'm watching over this entire thing. But, what else do I have to do? I got to act in it. So now I got to go read my lines, bring everybody together, then go send orders of like, all right, y'all need some more time on makeup or just change the outfit. So y'all go ahead. Guys, we gonna re-rig this different or I'm gonna walk out to the shot, something like that. So
and then that patience thing comes in for me. Because if you
you
listen
be ready
the first
to-
time,
Yeah.
we're gonna have some issues. But I because I don't want to destroy a set with my attitude, it takes me a little bit longer. And then usually when I have to direct a scene and Lonnie's not there, I'm like, yo, they're not listening. And I'm trying not to
turn up.
spaz. So
try not to crash out.
Because I'll be right at the edge. But yeah, other than that, it's
Yeah. No, y'all work really great together. I love watching you guys work, and it's just it just feels like it just flows so effortlessly. Like you just, Lonnie's doing this, Blaire fills in here, Blaire's doing this, Lonnie comes around, fills in here, and it's just so effortless and flawless. It's like a little symphony, just
Oh, that's beautiful. That was poetic.
Yeah,
Thanks,
but,
man.
yeah, of course. You're welcome.
Yeah, we always say like we are a magical team, and like wouldn't ask for any other partner.
Come on now.
Yeah. Well,
watch us
thanks.
do the unthinkable. So
Yeah, y'all about to take over. Speaking of which, I mean, I think we've hit our time. So with
you probably had a good one.
yeah, I think we're over an hour. But I mean, you guys have like a lot of projects. So if you want to go plug anything, what y'all got coming up, what y'all people need to tune into. I know y'all y'all got streaming stuff on Amazon, like all the things.
All the things. Friendly D Fridays each and every Friday on patreon.com/FUNarios. Yeah, you'll get the episode on YouTube or whatever. But
eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
But if you want it early, if you want exclusive scenes, if you want unedited scenes, go over to the Patreon. And then all of our projects are on Patreon. For real.
Yeah. You got to go to the Patreon.
Yeah.
For that exclusive.
Yeah. Did you talk about Desire?
Desire is submitted, so we just seeing what streaming platforms pick it up.
Oh.
So if you're not on the Patreon, thanks guys. If you're not on the Patreon and want to see that, it'll be out soon.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Playing somewhere.
We got new seasons of Desire coming, and new episodes of Friendly D coming, and we have a new project that we're about to start filming, and that's all I'll say on that.
For now. Just
for now.
Stay on the lookout.
Just stay tuned. Stay up with the FUNarios YouTube. Stay up with the FUNarios Patreon.
They got it on them.
Yeah.
They got it on them.
And as far as people who are in a relationship or want to work with their partner, do y'all have any advice for them on the way out?
Oh, like relationship advice, you think?
Yeah, relationship advice for people who are like in the business of working with their partner. It doesn't have to be in film. It could be in anything, any kind of business.
Patience. Patience. Like the same energy that you have to fight with your partner should be the same energy that you have to fight through things with your partner. And that's business, personal, whatever. Like you got to have that same vigor to like fight for them through all of it, through everything. And remember that y'all are on the same team.
Yeah.
And don't let nobody try to come in and disrupt y'all team. Because if they do, they got to go.
Got to go.
Because this is the home team. The home team is what matters.
Man, be a benefit.
No,
just
be
a benefit to somebody. Like, and I'm not saying in a way of like a malicious way or anything, but like just on both sides. Like, men, be a benefit. Women, be a benefit. Come together. Be beneficial. Like that's it. We ain't gotta put no extras on it. Just be a benefit. So that y'all together can recharge each other, so y'all can go out into the world. We got more than enough battles out here to face.
Yeah.
We do not gotta do it with each other.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Like that's all I ask.
Please just be a benefit.
That's it.
Amen. I love it.
Y'all remember, hug y'all black men today.
Hug your black
If you don't learn nothing else from this episode, hug your black man.
trying to tell you.
Yay! Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and joining our podcast.
Thank you for having us. I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie.
You're funny. Well, then that means now the nerves are out. So next time you won't be nervous. So now.
No.
She's like.
Next time we're gonna have a ladies' night. It's gonna be me and Shan.
Ooh, that would be cool.
I feel like we should do that. We can do both. A ladies episode and a dudes episode.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Write that down.
Clip that.
Yeah. He's not even here.
All right, guys.
And if y'all do have anything to say negative in the comments, we don't really care.
We don't care.
We don't. Peace and love.
Censor that.